Hello everyone. Hope you're all doing great. So I'm bringing to you the 2022 driver standings for the Formula One World Championship. So in first position, you have Max Verstappen with 125 points, and he's got 4 wins, and the 4 wins came at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix in the second race, and he won the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix in Imola. He won the Miami Grand Prix in the Miami International Autodrome, and he also won the Spanish Grand Prix at the Circuit de Catalunya. So that's the 4 wins that Max Verstappen has. In second position, you have Charles Leclerc with 116 points, and he's got 2 victories. So his 2 victories came at the Bahrain Grand Prix, at the Bahrain International Circuit, and also he had a victory at the Australian Grand Prix at the Melbourne Grand Prix Circuit. So in third position, you got Sergio Perez with 110 points, and he's got 1 victory, and his victory came last weekend at the Monaco Grand Prix. And Perez has been very strong this season, and he's been driving well for Red Bull and supporting Max as well, and he's driving for himself. So Perez has been very strong. And in fourth position, you've got George Russell with 84 points, and he's the only driver to finish in the top 5 positions at every race. So after 7 races, George Russell has finished in the top 5 for every race, which is pretty impressive, as he just jumped in he just went to a new team. Obviously, he was already signed to Mercedes in a junior. He's already had a contract with Mercedes for a long time, but he just jumped into a new car for this season and his new rules. So I feel like George Russell is doing very well. And then in fifth position, you got Carlos Sainz Jr. for Scuderia Ferrari. He doesn't have any wins, but he's got a race winning car. And I just saw an article today. He explained what he needed to take his first race victory. Remember, Carlos never won a race he never won a race for McLaren, and he has not won a race for Ferrari. So he's bidding on that. He's bidding on that right now. He would like to win a race because he has a race winning car and he has to make the most of it. In sixth position, you got Lewis Hamilton with 50 points. You got Lewis Hamilton with 50 points. Obviously, Mercedes has struggled this season and they don't have a race winning car, and they're just collecting points and doing data analysis for their car to see maybe if they can get a better car towards the end of the season, or maybe scrap this season and go for next season. But they're just in the midfield, just finding their way through. And then in seventh position, you got Lando Norris for McLaren Mercedes. He's got 48 points. And in eighth position, you got Valtteri Bottas for the Alfa Romeo. He's got 40 points. So that's pretty good for Valtteri Bottas. That means Bottas' score is driving very well, because the Alfa Romeo is a midfield team, so he's doing what's required and bringing in the results. So yeah, fair play to Bottas on that one. After he left Mercedes to join Alfa Romeo, he's proven that he's really worth the contract that he signed. And then in ninth position, you got Esteban Ocon. He's got 30 points. Right now he's driving just as well as he can. So he's having some good days right now, and he'll be looking for the team to give him a better car for him to fight closer to the front. And then you have in 10th position, you got Kevin Magnussen in the Haas. He's got 15 points. So I'm pretty sure Kevin Magnussen will be happy with his season so far after coming back into Formula One in the Haas, the team that was near the bottom last season, and they've improved very much, and he's had some good results for them, so they will be happy about that, and Kevin himself would be happy about that. And in 11th position, you got Daniel Ricciardo. I know there's a lot of videos going around that Daniel's under pressure. So basically, the McLaren bosses, they put him under pressure a little bit. They want some results in it. So in 11th position, you got Daniel Ricciardo driving for McLaren with 11 points, and McLaren will be disappointed with that. As you can see, his teammate in 7th position, he's got 40 points. His teammate has 48 points, Lando Norris. So Daniel's trailing his teammate by at least, 30 or more points, so he's McLaren will be looking at it like, look, we need some results, just drag the car to a few 7th or 8th place finishes, and yeah, we can work on, making the car faster in the next few years, and maybe you can get a contract renewal. But if Daniel keeps slacking, maybe they might cut him short, but that's another video for another day. In 12th position, you got Yuki Tsunoda for the Alpha Tauri. He has 11 points. And then in 13th position, you got Fernando Alonso for the Alpine. He's got 10 points. And in 14th position, you got Pierre Gasly for the Alpha Tauri. He's got 6 points. And let me just make a point here. In the Monaco Grand Prix last weekend, Pierre Gasly had a brilliant strategy. He pitted straight away after the start and he put on intermediate tires. And those intermediate tires was flying after about 5 or 6 laps, and he forced people to rethink their strategy. So, Pierre Gasly, he's there and thereabouts. And, the crashes have minimized a bit more this season. And in 15th position, you got Sebastian Vettel for Aston Martin. He's got 5 points. So he scored a point in Monaco, and he said that he was happy not to walk away from Monaco empty-handed. So yeah, I feel like Vettel, he's still got something in the tank, so he shouldn't be underrated. In 16th position, you got Alexander Albon for Williams. He's got 3 points. And 17th position, you got Lance Stroll for the Aston Martin. He's got 2 points. And in 18th position, you got Guan Yu Zhu for Alfa Romeo. He's got 1 point. And then in 19th position, you got Mick Schumacher. He's in the Haas F1. He's got 0 points. And then in 20th position, you got what's it called? Nico Hulkenberg in 20th, and then 21st position you got Nicholas Latifi. So at the end of the day, Mick Schumacher will be looking to score some points. Obviously, he had a crash last weekend in Monaco, and he just needs confidence in the car. A few races this season, Mick Schumacher was running quite well, but maybe late safety cars and some mishaps on the pit stops, dropped him out of the points, or some faster cars. But I'm sure Mick Schumacher can do something this season. And yeah, that's the updated championship standings after 7 rounds of 22 for the Formula 1 season. So yeah, everyone, I hope you're enjoying the content. It's been an eventful 7 races, to think back to the first race of the season, and now we're 7 races into it. And then the next race is on the 12th of June 2022. And yeah, that's at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in Baku City Circuit. And yeah, the race is going to be on the 12th of June. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, if you're enjoying the content, you can like the video, you can share it with your friends, or you can share it on different social media platforms. You can also subscribe to the channel so you can get the updates of the content. Hit the notification button as well. And yeah, you can like the video as well. Yeah, so I hope everyone's alright, and I'm looking forward to the next Grand Prix on the 12th of June. So it's the 4th of June today, so that's in 8 days. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. And it's 12 in the afternoon, BST time. And yeah, I feel like Verstappen is doing well. Looking at the championship table, he's had 2 did not finishes. He could have won both races or finished second, so he's lost about 50 points there. Charles Leclerc has also lost a lot of points as well. I have to touch on that in a separate subject. But right now, Max is looking strong. He's looking imperious, and Red Bull have the pace and the car. So Unless Ferrari can put some results together with both of the drivers, Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc, it's going to be very difficult to unseat Max as the champion this season. He could win the double because Red Bull have the car, they have the pace, their mechanics are on point, their pit stops are on point. You know, everything's on point for Red Bull. So for you to beat Red Bull, you need to be slightly better than them, and you need to think ahead of them. So right now, Verstappen is looking very strong. Obviously, was looking very strong in a few races. Did not finish in Spain a week ago, which was bad, and in the Monaco Grand Prix he finished in fourth position. So from the lead, that was a mistake by Ferrari there, and yeah. So I feel like at the moment the two Red Bulls are gonna be in the championship fight. Leclerc is gonna be there, and Carlos Sainz needs to join in the fight as well because one or two DNFs for the top two drivers, and Sainz is right in it if he wins a couple of races. And Perez is only 15 points behind Max Verstappen, so Red Bull have to watch out for that as well. And looking at Lewis Hamilton, Mercedes don't have the pace right now. Maybe George Russell can score a bit more points and get closer to the front. And yeah. And looking at Kevin Magnussen as well, he would like to score more points and, get closer to Bottas and Norris and Ocon for 7th, 8th, and 9th. So, yeah, on to the next video. I'll check you later. Take care.